Welcome to my channel. Here I'll be solving these questions, and as we have here, there are two views of a triangular laminate or lamina as shown in figure 4. We are asked to copy the given views, construct the true shape of the triangle, measure and state the length of the true shape of the triangle, the angle of inclination of the triangle to the horizontal plane. Okay, so what you need to do first before you answer these questions is to replicate or copy or draw these given views. So these views are drawn in first angle projection. So we have this to be our front view, and this is the plan. So what you need to do, as I said, is to copy this using the given dimensions, so which I have done here, as you can see on the paper. So what you need to do next, after you have copied the given views, is to come to this point in the front view, this point A prime. As you can see here, I label this as A, B, C, while this one is A prime, B prime, and C prime. So then, as I said, what you need to do now is to draw a horizontal line from this point A prime in the front view. So draw a horizontal line to meet this line B prime, C prime at this point. So where this horizontal line meets this line B prime, C prime, so we call it D prime. Okay, so we call it D prime. So the next thing to do after that is that you draw a vertical line from this point D prime, draw it down to the plan to touch line BC in the plan. So draw a vertical line like this. So it touches line BC at this point. So we are going to call this point, we call it point D. So the next thing to do after this is to draw a line from point A here. Draw a line from point A to pass through point D on BC. So this is it. So just draw a line from here like this. So draw a line. So let it go like this. Okay, so after you have drawn this line that I just drew, so the next thing to do is to set your set square. So set it along this line AD that we drew out. So set along this line AD like this and support with your ruler. So what we want to do now is that we want to draw a line at point B and at point C that will be parallel to this line AD. That is what we want to do. So having set the set square on this line AD, supporting it with the ruler, so we move it. So we move the set square, we shift to point B at this point, and we draw a line like this. Okay, then I will shift it back to point C here, then I will draw a line like this. Okay, so now having drawn these three lines that we just drew, so we are going to draw a line that will be perpendicular to this line. This line that we have here, this horizontal line, is line XY. This is line XY. So the line that I'm going to draw that will be perpendicular to these three lines will be line X1, Y1, X1, Y1. So how can we draw a line that is perpendicular to these three lines since the lines are not horizontal lines? So what we need to do is to make use of our protractor. Make use of our protractor. So just set your protractor as you have it here. Any distance, you can anywhere. Just the line that you want to draw, we can be at anywhere on this line. So we are not taking measurement for that. So what I just need to do is to set my set square. So I'm using the middle line. So I will set the 90-degree line, that is the vertical line on this 90-degree on the middle line as I've set it here. Then I'm going to draw a line like this. And don't forget that I said anywhere on the three lines, that's where you can. So I can bring it here or I can shift it down. So but this is okay for me. So this line is line X1, Y1. Okay, now having done this, so the next thing that we are going to do is to take our compass. So I want to pay attention to what I'm going to do here now. Now So we take our compass, we put it at this point on XY line. So this line connect this point A and A prime together. So then line XY separate them. So we put the pinpoint of our compass at this point, and then we are taking the measurement of this point A prime from the XY line. So I'll just take this distance like this from here to here. Okay, then I will take it and follow this line A. So I will put at this point and I will make an arc on this line that contains A. So make an arc here. So this is the point. This is the point. Okay. So next is from the XY line for point B. I put the pinpoint of my compass here, extend it to point B on this front elevation. So take this distance. Then this is line B. So I put it at this point and I make an arc here like this. So this point, so we take note of this point. So next, so I will put it at this point to take distance from XY line to point C prime in the front elevation. So I take this distance like this. So putting it on this line that contains C, I put it here and I make an arc on this line. So this is the point. Alright, so what we are going to do now is to join this point together with a straight line, as you can see here. So we join this point together with a straight line. So we draw the line like this. Okay, so now, alright, so having joined these 3 points together, I've labeled these points. So this is point B1, this is point A1D1, and this is point C1. So the next thing that we are going to do is to draw a perpendicular line on each of these points, a line that will be at a right angle to each of these points. That's what we want to do. Now, since this line that we have here is not an horizontal line, so we still need to make use of our protractor to draw a perpendicular line to each of these points. So all I will do now is to set my protractor on this line at point B. So make sure the center point of the protractor for the 90-degree is at point B. Then I will take note of this point. I just put a dot here. Then I will come to point A1D1 here, A1D1 on this line, so which is this point. Then I'm going to put a dot at this point here. Then I will bring it to point C1 on this line. Okay, then I will take note of this point on 90-degree here. Alright, so with what we have done here, so I can draw a line that is perpendicular to each of these points like this. So this is it. So just draw the line like this. So then, so this point, so we draw a line like this, and then coming to this point, so coming to this point, so we draw a line like this. Alright, so now I believe this is clear to every one of us. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do now, so we are going to draw a line that will be parallel to this line at any point. A line that will be parallel to this line at any point around here. So what we need to do, so we still need to make use of our set square supported with the ruler like this. And then, so we shift it to wherever we like. So I'll just stop it here. So this is okay for me. So I'm going to draw a line here like this. So now on this line that we have drawn, so this is point B2. So this is point A2, D2. And this is point C2 here. So this point that we have here, this point and this point. Okay. Now, the next that we are going to do now is to draw the true shape. That's the next thing that we are going to do, is to draw the true shape. Now, to draw the true shape, what we need to do is this. So we take our compass, so putting it at this point A here in the plan, and I will extend it to a point, to this point on x1 y1 line. Extend to this point x1 y1 line. So I just extend it like this. So okay, so I'll shift it like this, or extend it here like this. Okay, so taking this distance, like this. So this from point A here, from point A here to this point of A on the x1 y1 line here. Okay, so I'll just take this distance, then I will bring it onto this point A2 D2 here. Then I will make an arc around here. So which means I will still need to extend this line. I will need to extend this line so we can't see it. So this is the point. By the time I put it at this point A2D2 here, like this, so it touches this point. So I need to extend the line so that we can see the point. So this is it. Okay, so this is the point here. This is the point. We have the point here. Okay, so now we have gotten this point. So this point is point A3. So we call it A3. Okay, then putting the pinpoint of my compass at point B here, and I will extend it to this point on x1 y1 line. So I just extend it here on x1 y1 line. So taking this distance like this, then I'll put it at this point A2 here and make an arc here on this line. So this is point B3. So this is point B3. Then I'll put at this point C, then I will extend it to this point on x1 y1 line. So taking this distance like this, then I will put it at this point on C2, then I will make an arc here. So this is point C3. So this is point C3. Okay, then I'm going to join these 3 points together to get the true shape. So we join this point together to get the true shape of the triangular lamina. So this is it. Okay, then I'll join this together. And then I will join this together. Okay, so this is the true shape of the triangular lamina as we are instructed to draw it. All right, so now there's something that I've done while I paused the video, and what are those things that I've done? In the question, as we are told in the question, that after we have drawn the true shape as we are instructed, that is for question B. We have question A is that we should copy the given views. So question B, we have to construct the true shape, which is this is the true shape, and I've written true shape here like this. Then question B says that we should measure and state the length of the true shape of triangle. So length of the true shape of triangle, so as we have here, so length A3B3, as I've written it here, is 60 plus or minus 1. So you have to write like that. So 60 plus or minus 1. That's how it should be written. And length A3C3 is 89 plus or minus 1. So I wrote it here. And length B3C3 is 57 plus or minus 1. Also, we're asked to measure the angle of inclination of the triangle to the horizontal plane. So Angle of inclination or triangle to the horizontal plane. This line that you see here, this line is known as auxiliary elevation. And angle of inclination to the horizontal plane is this angle here, like this angle here that I've indicated here. So this angle theta here. So from this point, I use my protractor to take the measurement of this angle from here to here, and it gives me 52 degree. So you can have like 53 or 51, but I just take it as my own as 52 degree. So we have answered this question on the construction of the true shape of a triangular lamina. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you need to do is to practice. When you practice, you become a master at it. Thank you, and keep on practicing.